Okay. Welcome everyone to our Rethinking Work series next session. We are going to give it a few minutes for everyone to dial in. We know it's the middle of the day. People have jobs to do. And so as people are coming in, we want you to drop a note in the chat and tell us where you are calling from so that we have a better picture of what our audience is. We're going to start the conversation really soon. Just give us a couple of more minutes for everyone to dial in. Just as a reminder, we have the Q&A button here, a folder for you to jot down your questions as we go through the presentation. So make sure that you follow and drop us your questions. We are going to get to the questions at the end of the webinar, but those who we do not have the time to address, those questions, we will absolutely follow up with you after the webinar. And just as a reminder, we get this question all the time. Yes, this is going to be recorded and available to revisit for those of you who are on the call. And for those of our friends who are not able to make it, we respect everyone's busy schedules. This will be available on our webinar feed as well as on YouTube, where we have a special channel that is managed by Human Capital Management Department. So on this note, I am absolutely delighted. First of all, I'm Anna Tavis, the chair of the Human Capital Management Department and the host of our Rethinking Work series, which is a very well-attended, popular series of talks with the thought leaders in the innovative workplace space. And today, it's my very special pleasure to invite a longtime partner and currently a colleague in the Human Capital Management Department, clinical associate professor, Dr. Mary Cianni, who is the leading faculty in the executive coaching and organizational consulting program in the concentration of consulting. And Mary most recently has published her book that she's going to talk to us about today, but it really comes out of years and years of very senior level, very strategic consulting experience across multiple consulting organizations, and as well as, you know, her teaching career. So Mary combines that unique skill set of being a researcher and an academic, at the same time, a very prominent leading consultant in multiple areas of consulting expertise, especially in the organizational space. And without further ado, please remember to put your notes, your questions, comments, feedback in the Q&A section of this Zoom webinar. And I want to invite Dr. Mary Cianni.
I was wrestling with if I could continue to contribute. I'd been bringing in and leading big projects. I didn't quite know what to do when that stalled. I was getting signals that maybe I should leave the firm. My time was over. And then a big new project came in and I was back in the saddle and everything was fine again. Probably the first time in my career that I was not feeling productive. I was failing. I start with the story from a very senior and accomplished consultant from my book, because no matter the stage of our career, there will always be those values when we think we are not measuring up. that feeling of failing, even in a job we know so well. How many of you have had those moments when you questioned your value and then something happened to put you at ease again? Those feelings of not measuring up, of being out of our comfort zone, are today exacerbated by all the ways we are rethinking work. The impact of generative AI on our work, replacing and retooling what we do, moving to a skill-based organization filled with both agility and anxiety, the growth of the fearless freelancer who we think may be our replacement, the startup fear we have of missing out, the creation of jobs that we don't even know are possible. In Work Different, a book I'm using in my special topics class, the Mercer consultants say that in 2022, they added 226 new jobs to their job library. In 2023, they more than doubled that number to 512 new jobs. It's enough to make our heads explode. All of the ways that work is changing around us. And on top of that, we have social media where we see the acclaim and best lives of everyone around us when we haven't had a post-worthy event in months. And with the advent of new capabilities, everyone will have a podcast because it will be just so easy to. So yes, we can let these ideas and anxieties about the world of work ahead whirl in our heads, or we can lean in to what I call the gifts of growth: courage, curiosity, and compassion. Day 1, July 15th, 1998, a Wednesday. I did it. I was starting my new job at a large consulting firm. I entered the door on the 18th floor of the Midtown Manhattan office. My manager catches me before I can even enter my new office space, and she tells me to drop my things and meet her in meeting room A. Not even knowing where the restrooms are, I was staffed. Day 1 of life in big time consulting, and I'm billable. At that moment, I had no idea what that meant, but I learned it is golden. Here's my memory of those first few minutes on my first consulting job. We need staffing processes maps by the end of the week, she says, as I try to keep up with my manager. She's walking down the hall. You'll lead that work stream. I'm thinking, what's a process map? What's a work stream? What's the end of the week in consultant speak? How long before they can legally fire me? Over the next few days, between learning the importance of a timesheet and meeting my project team, I start working on a merger integration project. I am in the deep end of the pool. Questions, no answers, sinking feelings. Even though that was at a midpoint in my career, I still had those concerns because I felt like I was in the deep end of the pool. The stories that I'm going to share come from the world of consulting, but these stories, like the ones I've just told, are not just for consultants. They ring true in any profession in which we have to reinvent ourselves to meet the needs of our clients or our customers. Professions in which we're evaluated and judged in the moment. Did we get that sale? Did we impress that client? Did that report make sense? Did we get the data correct? Did the students judge my class to be successful? My hairstylist happens to be an avid reader, and I gave her a copy of my book, and even she found stories that resonated with her, as her field of beauty is also an apprenticeship, client-focused career, needing to stay on top of the latest trends, the immediate sense of success or failure with every haircut. These 3 themes of courage, curiosity, and compassion grew out of my book, The Consultant's Compass. When I joined NYU, I knew that I could teach my students the science of consulting, how to identify the problem statement, how to collect data, how to analyze that data and move into developing alternatives and recommendations. But I struggled with how I could teach them the art, that experience of being in the moment with our clients. And that's when I decided to do what I often did as a consultant. I decided to phone a friend. In fact, I phoned 36 of them. And they told me their stories about the peaks and valleys of their consulting careers. And I believe that these stories would be helpful to my students as well as to others as they are some of the best human capital consultants in the world. Now, these photos are very deliberate and related to the stories I'm going to share. The need for courage as we're thrown into the deep end of the pool. The importance of curiosity as we stare into the abyss of the unknown, never knowing what we might encounter in our world. And the ever-present need for compassion, which begins by noticing the small things, such as the small tear on our sleeves. Let's start with looking at courage. Many of the consultants used the same words that I did in my story about feeling like they were in the deep end of the pool. Sometimes that happened at the beginning of their careers as they were just getting started, and sometimes as they took on new challenges in a profession that is in a continual state of evolution. Have you ever used that phrase yourself? I feel like I'm in the deep end of the pool. I feel like I'm sinking. What can we take away from these successful professionals? Well, 3 lessons, because in consulting, there's always 3 lessons. The first is to accept that failure is your friend, and it can, in fact, be your flotation advice to helping you to grow and to develop. A very senior consultant who's now a global corporate leader relayed to me how she came to the point of feeling like she needed to make friends with failure. She shared, "It took me a very long time to get comfortable with that idea. It's not how we're trained. It's partly maturity, and it's partly developing confidence in your own personal learning." I remember a few years ago, she shared, I was in this program, and you had to write an essay about your career. One aspect was to write about the things that did not go well. For me, that was an aha moment. Okay, they're asking me to write about failing, so that's something you're supposed to be okay with. I embraced it and found it really liberating to be okay with failing. Now, I'm not saying set out to fail, but sometimes the results are less than ideal. Consultants live in a perfectionist world, but it's important to give yourself a chance to try something new, which is often less than comfortable and may lead to what we term failure. Keep trying new things. Failure helps us to understand the limits of what we can do and what we need to learn to do. These consultants learn that it's not just important to accept that failure is our friend, but also that it's okay to ask for help. We are often in environments when, because we may not be fresh off a college campus, we think we should know it all. I learned the hard way that it's okay, no matter how many years of experience we have, to seek help from others. And if you read my book, you'll hear some of those stories when maybe I should have asked for help sooner. We can ask for help. They can be our life vest. One of my favorite authors is Louise Penny, and her character, Armand Gamache, tells his police officers 4 sentences that lead to wisdom. I'm sorry. I'm wrong. I don't know. I need help. I don't know about you, but that last one is the hardest for me. But we can't let our fear of failure or our ego of expertise keep us from trying. Daniel Pink writes about, in his book, Regret, the boldness regret. And he says that we often regret the things we didn't do more than the things that we did. So I'd advise you to swing like hell for the fences. You're going to strike out a bunch of times, and that's awesome, as that means that you're growing. Courage comes from taking risk and finding that we survive. It strengthens our self-efficacy so that we can take on new challenges. In today's continual reimagination of work, we will have more and more of those times when we are in the deep end of the pool, and that's okay. It means we're growing and pushing ourselves to new heights. So for our navigational aid, number 1, some action steps. Do what Pink did himself. Compile a failure resume. What did you learn from those times that things didn't go well? How did that help you to move forward? Find mentors who will encourage you. One of the ways that we develop self-efficacy is through encouragement. And I remember having many mentors who would tell me, Have you ever thought about doing this? Because sometimes they saw something in me that maybe I didn't see for myself. Like Anna Tavis saying to me, have you ever thought about teaching at NYU? So find those mentors who encourage you to take on new challenges, new experiences. Pick a courageous act that you can take. It doesn't have to be a huge one. It could be a small step. Instead of thinking about writing a blog on LinkedIn, start with commenting. Think about asking someone for an introductory meeting to get to learn more about their work. And next time, think about saying yes to an opportunity that maybe feels a little bit uncomfortable. Our second navigational aid is our curiosity, the curiosity to venture into the unknown. When I asked these 36 consultants, why did they stay in the game of long hours, unreasonable deadlines, travel headaches, demanding goals, demanding clients, shifting priorities, their answer was almost universally their insatiable curiosity. One person said, Mary, I just can't sit still. I never could. I need that continual desire to learn, to stretch, and to grow. It's often the reason many of us pursue careers in academia, because there's a luxury of exploring new ideas, of researching new ways of doing things. But curiosity can also be a coping technique for us. It's one of the beliefs that I have about the value of coaching and developing coaching capabilities as a consultant, because our ability to ask questions, our ability to sit with the unknown is also an important part of being a consultant. So that coping mechanism when we're in the land of unknown, that ability to take a risk often leads to our ability to explore new things. And for consultants, almost every engagement is filled with unknowns. A new client that we never worked with before, a new industry that maybe we have little information about, a new service offering we're just getting up to speed on, a new technology that maybe we're struggling to use. It may feel like we're staring into an abyss that's just going to swallow us. As part of my book, I spoke with Alison Hortsmeyer, who's not only a consultant, but a researcher in the field of curiosity in the professional services. And she said that we not only have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable, but we have to put guardrails on our curiosity. She said, as consultants, we want to lean into exploring, to see what's possible, and to experiment. We want to help our clients see what's possible. But there can be a risk of just exploring, experimenting to no end. It's very easy to go down the ChatGPT rabbit hole, I might add. So certainly, there have to be guardrails bounding with a clear outcome of what we're driving towards. And because if you're constantly exploring with no markers and no reference points, then you're not going to know what's working or what's not working. So our curiosity can be a coping technique as we dive into uncharted waters, and as we sit anxiously trying to make sense of where our curiosity might lead us. But Alison also provided some comfort in these words. She told me, going into the unfamiliar doesn't have to mean that you don't have a toolkit or a reference point. We have to believe we have the quality within ourselves to navigate these novel situations. What I saw in my research, she shared, is that as soon as we get into exploration, it becomes uncomfortable. Yes, and it might be uncomfortable, but that new experience leads into double loop learning. We have the experience, we get a new reference point. So when another novel situation comes up, we start to see what can now look and feel familiar. But we also can learn from others. Our curiosity can be also managed through observing how others deal with things. And in a field like consulting, which again is an apprenticeship sport, I often tell folks, don't waste the watch. As you're sitting and observing others, think about what you can take away from that experience. Now, Lucille Ball might not be someone that we think of when we think about consulting or we think about professions, but Lucille Ball was very wise because she knew the absolute value of taking advantage of every single bit of experience you can get. In a documentary that Amy Poehler did on Lucy and Desi, Lucille Ball shared that the studio pushed them into every single movie opportunity that they could. And oftentimes they were B movies that no one else might want. But Lucille Ball was smart enough to know that what she was in fact getting, she shared, was a paid internship. So thinking about those experiences as a way of not only saying our curiosity, but also being a way of learning. And we can learn from others. For one consultant, she said that she really believed in reverse mentoring as a key part of her professional development. She said, I would discreetly seek out junior mentors, folks who were immensely talented, who I knew I can learn from. And sometimes they were skeptical. It was important to get different perspectives, but they wanted to know, why did I choose them for this conversation? It's funny, she said, when we think about these learning conversations, because what I thought about was the smokers that I would see outside our building. They represented all ages, levels, and expertise. These labels didn't matter to them, and they would share information. My assistant was one of them, and I learned more from her about what was going on, not breaking confidentialities, but sharing what was happening across the firm. I wanted to replicate that by having a broad group of mentors or coaches at all levels. It's not about age, it's about experience. So how can we use this navigational aid, number 2, curiosity? Think about how you do your work and find one thing that you can do differently. Practice creativity, practice being out of our comfort zone. It helps us get more comfortable with it in the future. Volunteer for projects that will expand your skills. Think about new ways of gaining experiences that maybe you haven't thought about. And also identify a personal area of interest to explore. During COVID, I started taking collage classes, thinking about I needed to do something different. And what is more calming than cutting out paper and pasting it on a board? But I also learned that it broadened my thinking. I started to think about M&A from a collaging perspective, that we take things apart and put things together in a new way. Think about classes that might stretch you. One of the consultants I interviewed spoke about what he called these esoteric courses on neuroscience and psychology. But the value was that he learned more about himself. It wasn't professional development, but these personal development courses that often helped him to remain calm and centered when dealing with novel experiences. And finally, compassion. Woodward and Dutton, in their book, Compassion at Work, talk about that compassion begins with noticing. It begins with paying attention. This story, I think, for me, reflects what noticing really means and how it brings value to our work. A management consultant shared that she was at a meeting, and at this meeting was this big, imposing guy asking questions. Something caught my eye, she said. He was formally dressed, we all were. He had his jacket off and was wearing a long sleeve business shirt. I noticed that when the meeting ended, we had reached no decisions. We suggested taking another look at the numbers and coming back to him. During the debrief, I told my partners, hey guys, did you happen to notice his sleeve? This is a very senior guy who makes a ton of money. There was a tiny tear in his sleeve that someone very carefully mended. This guy does not spend money unless it's worth it. He will only spend money on things he values and views as necessary. She suggested, let's go back to what we know about his priorities and what he cares about, and build the recommendations from his perspective. So compassion begins with noticing. And in the world of Zoom, it's a harder and harder thing to do. I think about my experience with one of my colleagues, Jeffrey. We were sitting at my desk at the office and we're finishing up writing a report. He got up to leave and walked out the door and then turned around and came back. And he said, "Are you okay?" And I said, "I'm fine." He said, "Okay." And he walked out again and then came back in and he sat down and leaned over to me and said, "No, really, are you okay?" And I asked him, I said, "Why do you ask?" He said, "Well, I noticed you're not wearing your wedding ring, and I wanted to know that you and Richard were okay." I thought to myself what courage that took to ask a colleague about their marital status. He had no idea whether I would break into tears or break into anger, but he cared enough to ask the question. So I'd ask us to think about how can we notice more in the world of work today when we're all moving at hyper speed and missing those hallway moments or those personal moments of connection? How can we get better at noticing things on Zoom? Instead of multitasking, how can we pay more attention? Because in reality, we all want to be seen. We all want to be noticed. For someone to show us compassion as we navigate these deep ends of the pool and steer into the abyss in the world of work. But we also need to be compassionate with ourselves. And that starts about self-awareness, about the kind of person you are, and being true to ourselves. One experienced senior consultant knows herself well enough to admit in our interview, she said, "I know there are certain clients who don't want to work with me." Wow, what a powerful statement. You have self-awareness about the kind of person you are and must be true to that, she shared. If a client is looking for a big bravado consultant, that's not me. That was my big aha moment. To recognize that I'm not always the right consultant and not take it personally. Different clients have different needs, different ways they like to operate. It's important to know that the fit between consultant and client is an important element of success, and to be okay with stepping back when you know it's just not going to work. So don't try to be something you're not. Find your own voice and be kind to yourself as you find it. Navigational aid number 3 in the gifts of growth is compassion. Find a compassion buddy, someone who can help you. In almost every job I've had someone who, when things just got to be too much, I could go into their office. Often they had a big comfy chair I could sit down with and just sit for a moment in their company, in their silence. Someone who helped me find compassion for myself. Put time on your calendar for yourself for those self-care moments. Block your time, you're worth it. On a call with one of my students yesterday, she taught me an important lesson about thinking of 1 minute of breathing, just sitting and breathing for every hour of work. What great advice. And check in with your colleagues. Schedule time, not just to cover work, but to say hello and to ask someone, "How are you today?" So to prepare ourselves for the future of work, ask yourself these 3 questions today. What's one of your boldness regrets? And from that, what did you learn from it that will create a different outcome the next time? What's your stretch for this year? How can that help you get comfortable not knowing, of doing something that's not familiar? And in being bold and stretching our minds, how can we be kind to ourselves as we venture into uncharted professional territories? I appreciate this chance to share these stories from my book. It was a powerful experience to hear the many, many consultants that I worked with over the years share their own vulnerabilities about the ups and downs of their career. But I think at the end of the day, we all agreed that it was a great profession and we're happy for the time we spent in it. Thank you.
That was fantastic. Thank you so much, Mary, and thank you for being, transparent and authentic in this conversation, because we, now that you're at NYU, I think you can appreciate the need for this type of mentorship and guidance to the students who are oftentimes not sure how to find themselves in these different professional settings. And it could be quite intimidating, especially, encountering clients who could be quite daunting for a few of us, at least. So I have a few questions. We do have some comments that I will absolutely get to, but I want to start by asking you the question, given your tenure and experience in the consulting field, how do you see consulting as an skill, consulting as a profession, evolving in this time of turbulent change, both from the skills perspective as well as the type of personalities that you think are going to be successful in this very, very demanding profession?
Yeah, so I think, thinking about the profession and how it's changing, it's under the same pressures as most professions are today. In one, generative AI, right? How can we not talk about that? And a lot of the consulting firms, in fact, my students next week will hear some of that, are thinking about how do they use AI. But one of the things that I think is important is, again, I go back to consulting as an apprenticeship profession, that so many of us, we used to use the term carrying the bag, because that's often what the junior person did, is carry the senior person's briefcase. So the skills of really being able to think through the complex problems that organizations are faced with today. Even if you think about when we're still dealing with going back to the office, or we're dealing with generative AI, or we're dealing with moving towards a skill-based organization, that all of those things not only require thinking through what the problem is, coming up with alternatives, but understanding that that's all about a change process, understanding how we engage stakeholders. So those things that are critical for the consulting profession are going to remain, that ability to connect dots for our clients, because we're the outside perspective coming in. So while I think the profession will change, as every profession is, and undergoing, thinking about technology, thinking about how do we continue to elevate our value to our clients. Data is no longer that privileged commodity of consulting firms. It's available. That used to be our currency. That used to be our way in the door. More and more, it's going to be, how do we bring that creative problem solving, that paradoxical thinking, to help our clients think through what are the best solutions for them. So it is a demanding profession. I think it will require more of those skills, analytical skills, leadership skills, problem solving skills than it ever did before, because a lot of the basic commodities that we used to sell are no longer the sole privilege of consulting firms.
That is such an excellent link to the next question, also connecting it to the comment from Les here, who is a friend of the program, NYU trained coach. At the same time, the question here is about, how do you connect? What it sounds like to me, there was a lot of mentorship, a lot of coaching that you had to rely on in yourself, maturing as a professional in that field, as well as helping others get to the right, level of confidence and professionalism. So how do you see that connection between coaching and consulting?
Yeah, so again, a coach, a consultant are roles, but they're also a set of competencies. One of the stories in my book that a colleague told about me was, we were in the midst of this merger, and he said it was so messy. And he said he was so afraid he was going to say out loud, this merger is a mess. And he told me, he said, you were remaining calm. That came through my training as a psychologist, right? That sitting across from our clients helped me to realize that, be able to be centered in myself enough to realize that it was all about the client. Those are the kinds of skills that, as going through our coaching program, that you develop, that ability to sit with our client in silence sometimes, that ability to know when to ask a question, when to redirect, are also skills that we use as consultants, because our clients are people, and they bring in their own set of issues and challenges and concern. And particularly, as you know, most of my consulting was done through mergers and acquisitions. Those are messy things. And it was those helping skills that I had gained through my training as a counseling psychologist that I relied on during that time. So it helps us to be a better consultant. It helps us to interact, not just recognizing the organization, but the individuals. And I think consulting skills help coaches, because it helps us to appreciate the organizational context that our executives might be dealing with, the organizational challenges, and to understand more about how do we gain that knowledge of the worlds that they're operating in.
Yeah, it's such an excellent point, because when at NYU we were designing this program to begin with, I always got challenged on combining coaching and consulting. There is, a belief out there in some circles that those are not compatible, that you either coach or you consult from the place of expertise, or you're just sitting and supporting. But I think what you are saying is that those competencies are very complementary, and at this point necessary in succeeding both as a coach and a consultant. So,
And I would say not just for coaches and consultants, but I think about, for example, HR business partners
totally.
that work all the time, people in the internal consulting who are OD experts in businesses. It's the very same kind of role. They're coaching and they're consulting with their business leaders.
Yeah, that's an excellent point. And especially with the new technologies coming in, you mentioned data, what used to be the domain of experts in organizations. Now what will be front and center is the consulting skills, the ability to storytell and interpret data, and help clients make decisions and act on the solutions that you recommend. There's a question here that is really, really interesting. It's about if you in your consulting career faced any ethical challenges and dilemmas, and how you handled them.
Yeah, so I wouldn't, so the example that comes to mind, and it's not, it was in the sense of ethics and integrity in terms of my interaction with my client. So I was working on this big merger, and there were lots of decisions that had to be made. My client wasn't able to attend a meeting, and asked if I would go in her place. So I knew where she stood on the decision, and the other folks in her organization were pushing for a decision to be made. I spoke up, and the person leading that meeting was someone that we were prospecting for another big project at this company. I spoke up and asked that they defer making the meeting until my client could be part of that decision. It did not go over well, but they understood. And I remember calling my manager that evening and telling her what happened. And I said, look, we might lose work with this person, because I don't think he was happy about the way that I handle that. And she told me, she said, you did the right thing. And if we lose the business, we lose the business. So I think that there is that time of recognizing, and there's stories in my book about CEO who wanted data changed on his compensation, and just saying, no, we don't do that, and acting with integrity. Because I think, and this isn't just true of consultants, but it's our reputations, and our reputation is all we have. It takes years to build it, and it just takes one incident to destroy it.
Excellent example. There are some questions here about people who are just beginning their consulting careers. Obviously, there's a need for consultants. At the same time, it's a very crowded field. How do you differentiate? How do you stand out? What makes you more successful in gaining clients, retaining clients, having a word of mouth promote you rather than being an aggressive marketer that some of us feel it's a little bit too much self-promotion. So how do you stand out for your values, for your skills, for your education at NYU?
Yeah. For me, it was always about delivering on the promises I made to my clients, and when I could, going above and beyond that. Right. So clients need to know that that they can depend on you, right? That they can count on you to deliver on time, deliver on quality, to be honest with them, to push back when it's necessary. So there has to be this element of trust. And was very much like the story I told. I wasn't one of those big bravado consultants, but my work came through word of mouth. I mean, I remember with one client where they would just call and say so-and-so that they said that they worked with you. So it is about reputation, and it is about networking, and having people believe that they can count on you. Because at the end of the day, what's going to differentiate you is not just what you deliver, the content of your work, but how you went about doing that work.
Excellent. And a question again coming from the students of ours, but I think relevant to many. If you're transitioning in reverse from like being on your own, but then really having a desire to have the experience with a major consulting firm, based on your experience of working for big consultancies, can you tell the difference between the kind of small C and big C consulting and what the consulting firms might be looking for in terms of skills and experiences in hiring future consultants?
Yeah, and I think that has shifted over the time that I've been in consulting. I mean, there was very much a big push to bring in folks from MBA programs, people who had those analytical skills, and train them. We're seeing a shift that a lot of consulting firms actually have specialized talent acquisition services that are focused on experienced hires. There's, I think, an increased recognition that the experience that you may have gained from another field is valuable, and whether that's coming from higher education or retailing or marketing, that is value. The challenge is, and the accountability that we have, is translating what we've done into consulting language, right? Knowing enough about consulting, how they frame things, what they look for. So they look for people with strong analytical skills. They look for people who know how to be a team member, know how to project manage. Project manage is a very important skill at the entry level. That they know how to be in customer focus. They know if you've had client relation skills, if you've been in a customer service. Talking about it in ways of talking about business development, how you've grown your business as a solo practitioner, and the things that you did. So it's translating it into those kinds of buckets of project management, client relations skills, business development skills, and then what makes you unique, because consulting firms increasingly want people who have that breadth. I was kind of a unique person coming in from academia. I had to really sell myself. It took a lot of interviews, a lot of selling, a lot of going back after the interviews, providing examples of how I thought I could add value to them. So it really is that it's up to us to do that translation.
Thank you, Mary. One more sort of personal question here about how do you stay curious and compassionate if you are working with the clients who do not seem to value it?
Yeah, and well, let's take them. They're two separate things, right? So sometimes clients hire consultants for different reasons. Sometimes they want a thought partner. Sometimes they just want arms and legs, somebody to help deliver the work because they don't have the resources. Sometimes they just want your technical expertise, just give us the answer. So you have to know where that client's coming from, and not get frustrated when your curiosity, your questioning is not appreciated, because there will be other clients who will. I think for the compassionate side, that can come across in different ways. Not all of our clients want to become our friends. I was fortunate that some of my dearest friends today are people who are my clients. But that didn't happen with everyone, right? And I think it's going back to the words of being self-aware enough to know what that client's looking for, and whether that's you who can deliver that or not. But hopefully you'll have a range of clients who will allow you to be curious. Some of the best projects I worked on were ones where we said, look, we don't know what the solution is. We don't know what the answer is. But we're smart enough and creative enough that we could come up with the solution together. Not all of my projects were like that. Sometimes I was just the one who was the arms and the legs getting the work done.
And you have to be prepared to do that and respect the client for what they hired you for. That's such an excellent and very pragmatic advice. Thank you so
And
much, Mary.
clear up front, right? About to be clear up front. So.
Exactly, exactly. So to top it all off, what will be your parting recommendations, advice, to, those who are doing a little bit of consulting here and there, who are thinking about getting into, leaving their full-time jobs and becoming consultants, or trying to get a position with, a consulting firm, etc., but kind of staying and expanding their skill sets as well as their better understanding of what consultant, preferred, characteristics, personalities are. So what will be your recommendation to all of us who, are learning every day about consulting and, improving our skills?
Other than joining our program in ECOC.
Yes, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, talk to people who are doing the work. There's lots of different types of consultants. Every firm has a different culture. Every firm has a different perspective. So, one, read my book. It'll give you lots of stories if you haven't read it about what consultants experience, whether they're coming from corporate careers or they're set out to be solo practitioners, or whether they started, right out of undergraduate or graduate school. But talk to people who represent a variety of different types of consulting, because there's something that in their stories that you're going to be able to take away from. I will just end up saying that know yourself well enough to know that if you can't live in this world of ambiguity, of not knowing, because every consulting engagement starts out with that feeling of we're not really sure where this is going to go until we dig in, that maybe think about something else to do.
Absolutely. And Mary, I think your book is really, really impressive. It is a real compass to the consulting career, told in a very accessible way, because it's like an oral history of the top consultants of your time, and we can all learn from it. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Please go check out Mary's book. We also have the upcoming next sessions, webinars. We're going to have Kai-Han Kippendorf and Rob Walcott to talk about the proximity revolution, as well as a return presenter, Ravin Jesuthasan, to talk about his next book, and he's got many, the Skills Powered Organization. So stay tuned. We'll be reaching out, and do go and rewind this talk by Mary, because I think there's a lot of really deeply experienced consulting wisdom that you can definitely learn from. Thank you all very much. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you soon.